Hey, welcome to Grimm's. I'm Grimm. Woo! Yay! For those of you that are watching on Twitch, welcome back from the break. And for those of you on YouTube, it's been a few days. And I'll say this now because it's probably going to be about Wednesday or Thursday by the time we upload this one. For those of you that are interested and mentioned previously about us doing a Patreon, this should be the week that we figure it out, because we actually took the last couple weeks when we were off to try to get a better grip on what we were going to do with that. So when we launched it, we had some success with it. So hopefully this week we can pop something out about it, or at the very least tune in next Friday for the live event, and we can probably give you some info then once we get our stuff sorted out. But enough with that stuff. There's no real news anymore. We're just going to jump right into it because that's the way we like to get things done. But first, because I didn't last time, a quick hello from our tavern goers. Oh, yeah. We had the technical difficulties and then we kind of just got into things. But we have Miss Saren.
Hi.
We have Mr. Calvin.
Hello, hello.
Mr. Mark.
Oh, hi.
And Miss Lisa.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. So last time we had our fellow tavern goers get a little bit piratey. They went through some training from an old friend of Carrie's who was nice enough to say, yeah, I'll help you out for a little bit of coin. You can have my ship too and my services getting around if that's what you guys want to do. And Calvin, Victor, decided that amongst all of this, he was going to use this opportunity to get his hands on some gunpowder, a little bit of liquid fire, and essentially get a little bit of vengeance on the pirates that have taken quite a lot from him over the years in his trading business before he got into the mercenary private eye type gig. So here we are, back into the swing of things. Day 5 of your pirate training, you finally blew up Pirate Cove, hit the open water, and now you have a decision to make. Which direction are you going?
West and north?
West north?
That sounds good. I mean, I don't really know these places much as you, but this map I have and it shows this Dossington. What's in Dossington, anyways?
Dossington.
Sounds promising.
They're very, very stuck-up elves.
Like
Elves,
Victor.
A lot of owls.
Yeah, kind of like me. Yeah, it's not a nice place. Like, more of me, imagine that. And they don't see,
And
like, I'm the fish out of water, so I get put in check every once in a while. Those guys, it just runs rampant. We should avoid it.
I think we should go there.
Maybe let's
We
see
should avoid it.
let's go
We
and
should
see if they've
probably
seen
just-
any dragons or anything.
They're very knowledgeable.
I mean,
yeah.
Are
They're
they
very
like they're
knowledgeable.
horrible people?
Yeah, so we should
Oh,
dodge
maybe
it.
we should just blow them all up.
No.
But they haven't done anything wrong, right? Sure.
But they're horrible. They're horrible, but they're not that horrible.
I run to my room and close the door.
Victor? Oh, it's gone. I guess we just go that way.
I mean, there are some pretty nasty people that live there, yes. But it would be a lot harder to blow up Dossington than Pirates Cove. I mean, if they wanted you gone, they'd get you
Oh,
gone.
so they could actually like fend for themselves. Yeah.
God. Yeah. Yeah, they're really good at that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, you're very good at defending pirates for some reason. I don't know how you're doing that.
We
but
are pirates, Victor.
I am not a pirate.
You are now.
Good point. All right. Yeah, I guess so.
You stole things, blew up a bunch of shit,
And then you became one.
robbed a ship, and hit the open sails. You've become that which you hated for so long.
One moment, please.
Water's pretty calm, surprisingly.
I didn't realize you hated pirates so much to kill them all like that.
Well, I mean, who doesn't hate pirates? I mean, any law-abiding citizen is going to revile the
Is
lawless
this what
and the
we are,
brigands and the
law-abiding
violent.
citizens here?
Yeah, we abide them most of the time, I think. We certainly haven't committed murder.
To apologize.
You cannot say that the judge or the hangman are guilty of murder, otherwise they themselves would end up being hanged. If it is in the pursuit of the law, then certain exemptions can be made.
Yeah, but,
Oh,
but
so-
making yourself the judge and jury
Precisely.
is not quite right.
But these are lawless lands, so someone has to do it.
No, they do have laws.
I volunteer.
Technically, they do have laws.
I mean, they did
Yeah,
before
we
you
have laws,
obliterated
yes.
them.
I don't understand. Everyone's so good at arguing all of a sudden. You guys were buffoons a
Because
moment
their
ago.
points are really valid and easy to understand.
Like, up until now, you guys haven't been able to put 2 and 2 together. Now you guys are all legal.
Well, I'm pretty sure you
Savants.
did this.
I did it in self-defense.
There was no one attacking. I was looking. I just seen you fire a big shot that blew up the whole freaking town.
You did not see attackers because I didn't give them the chance. I was just so good at self-defense that it kind of looked like aggression.
We were just ready to leave. There was nothing. Look at it.
They were getting weapons.
They were not.
I
They
shot
were
an arrow at them and
actually
they didn't
believe
even
you.
get mad at me.
I forgot about that.
They were like the nicest people.
What is it?
All right, new character.
You are now fluffers.
I did just roll, and I do believe you.
Oh, sweet.
I'm the
that's
only one
one
that
of
believes
us.
you and is like, okay, maybe they were horrible bad people. I
mean,
remember them being horrible bad people.
They were
and
probably
I was like,
bad, and that's fine, but you could have asked for help or something. We probably would have backed you up.
I didn't have the chance to ask for help. They took me by surprise with their ambush.
Next time.
At this point, if anyone
know that
if anyone wants to roll insight,
I
that
did.
would prompt him to roll
yeah.
deception. But if you guys are just buying into this,
I did,
I'm
unless
not
you roll like
buying.
a
I was gonna
natural
say.
Well, then you
one.
gotta roll.
sounds like you
Unless
don't.
you roll like a 1 or a 2,
Yeah.
then I believe you.
2 plus 6, 8.
Okay, yes, I do believe you.
Mark,
Oh,
I'm gonna make you roll. 'Cause you totally. Yeah.
insight. Skills.
read you too well.
Yeah.
14.
Ooh. Mark, you don't believe him, and Lisa, you know he's lying. You are so specifically positive that he is not only lying, but he is, at this point, basically a murderer who's just trying really hard to get away with murdering people out of vengeance. You got the whole picture, Lisa.
Next time, please, just tell us. Just wait for us to help you.
He might be the bad guy.
I know that you go and just shoot
The
like
bad guy?
crazy,
Like the
but
bad.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
next
the
time I'm
bad guy.
ambushed by myself, sure, I'll cry out for help.
yes, I could have come in there. I could have.
I didn't want you to
brought
get in
them down.
danger.
He's lying.
I'm basically
I know,
one
I
of
know.
them. I was a pirate. They know me at least a little bit.
I don't know. I heard them saying bad things about you too.
What did they say?
It was hard to tell. I just know that they said that Curie bringing traitors in here. It was not good. If I brought you in there, they would have taken you out too.
Oh,
So it had to be done.
yeah. I guess. Well,
Weird how everything just like went up in flames though. Did not see that coming. That was a lucky shot. It must have done.
yeah.
Holy man, the whole thing went up.
They must not
So-
be protecting their gunpowder very well.
No, I guess not.
Not at all.
Yeah. Do I know that he knows?
Why don't you roll
know that I
insight?
know. You know. I'm making it very obvious that I know.
All right, but I look at Zarek. I'm like, I know that he knows. We know.
I know that we are
things
just
about each
written
other.
in somebody's story, so nothing that matters. So yeah, go
Things
nuts.
matter. Things still
Nothing
matter.
matters.
Nothing does
I
matter.
Except for setting things right.
Oh,
And whatever you
well,
do
we
along the
need-
way, I don't care.
We need to find those dragons. They're gonna help us. They're gonna be our friends. It's okay.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't know
going to
about
be our
friends.
friends, made dragons. Yeah, this clearly is a story, isn't it?
Well, yeah, we're in a freaking book.
Yeah.
Like,
So
I don't understand. Yeah, like we're technically like the main characters, I guess, in the story.
So we can do whatever we want.
So
apparently.
nothing else.
We can blow up
really
whole towns on a whim.
exists. Yeah, nothing else really
it
exists.
actually
Maybe
took
they
like a
don't
lot of hard work.
Maybe they're not even sentient when we're not around.
No.
If you were ambushed,
Huh?
how did you blow up an entire town?
Lucky shot, I said.
She's
so good at it in real life. Yeah, it was like,
bad.
like
If
yeah.
Yeah, it was like real tough, you know.
If I rolled so low that I believe him, would I help him? And
You don't necessarily believe. You don't know he's lying. Like
Okay, I just don't know.
you just hear what he's saying to you. And you make sense of
I'm
it that
putting
way,
that
but
out.
you're not. Yeah.
Just saying.
No. Not one. Alright. So
But Dossington, So they're next. You seem reluctant to
I
go
think
there.
we should go to Dossington.
You want to just be straightforward and tell us why?
Yeah.
Well, Dossington is a shit place to go because it does have a lot of shitty people in it.
I mean, more so than this Pirate Cove.
In some ways, yes, actually. You'd be surprised at how legally terrible it is. It's quite terrifying.
Some people are real dicks.
That's scared of you.
Yeah. Well, consider the following. Those pirates, they were raiders, plunderers, looters, murderers, all
Our
the good
friends,
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, some of our friends.
Merchants, teachers to us.
It's alive!
That one dude is okay.
So, anyway, they at least understand the value of the lives of the people that they're robbing from. Right? They know that what they're doing carries a certain moral weight, that it is wrong and they can properly feel guilty about it because they are robbing from another sentient creature that has emotions and feelings and so on. If you go to Dossington, where there are full-blooded elves, who are the majority of the population, you will find that their entire society, its cultural norms, are built around the assumption that elves are the only ones that matter. You are about equivalent to a dog. You know
Seems
how
like you
people
would have
don't...
a lot of fun blowing up this place instead.
It's the one place I could blow up. If I could blow up Dossington, I'd do it. I've tried.
Probably shouldn't.
Didn't work
I
out
bet you
very well.
have.
I know.
Yeah.
You tried to blow it up.
Well, yeah.
With
Because...
what?
Did you? What?
Alright. Okay. There is a person in Dossington who took a great deal from me. It's not the pirates that actually did me in. They were a nuisance at
And
best.
why do you think people keep taking things from you?
I don't know. I plan on asking the person who wrote reality. Alex, you were cute a second ago. You're walking into very dangerous waters.
She is becoming your therapist. Lay down on the sofa.
All right. How and why did you try to blow this place up?
How and why did I blow up
Dossington.
Pirate Cove?
No, Dossington.
Dossington, if I couldn't have the stuff that I work for, then the person who stole it from me certainly couldn't keep it. So I tried my best to sabotage their remaining business dealings. I destroyed what I could, but I was one person, and I was inexperienced. So, they caught on to me pretty damn quickly, and I didn't really manage to do all that much, truth be told. So I had to get out. And that's why I started my life far away.
Well, you got backup this time. I mean, let's see if we can make you a little more outstanding this time.
I don't.
So hold on, I've just been grilled on blowing up Pirate Cove. Now you guys want to blow up a trading
I
hub.
wasn't grilling you.
No,
I
I-
just want to understand your motives.
There's a certain kind of pirate that inhabits Dossington. And
But-
they do so without having to burden their consciences whatsoever for what they do. I'll put it that way. Whatever crimes those Pirate Cove people committed, it's small potatoes by comparison. Because those in Dossington can rob people blind in the light of day, multiple times a day, and it's all transactional. It's just numbers on sheets of paper. But they destroy lives all the same.
So you want to rain down big fiery potatoes on them?
Yeah, if I could.
Maybe we can figure something out when we get there.
Vigilante.
Yeah.
I feel like we shouldn't blow up Dorsington.
It's like Ratman.
I don't like them as
I
much
love
as you
that
do.
man.
What's that?
I don't feel like we should blow up Dorsington. Like, I don't like them as much
Oh,
as you
paladins don't want to blow up everybody.
You don't like them as much as I do. Have you met many full-blooded elves? Have you been in a
My-
place that has like a majority of
do.
elves?
My mum was a full-blooded elf from Dorsington.
Oh yeah, were you raised there?
No, well, I was there for about a year before everyone was like shitting on her for marrying a human.
Yeah, you're kind of proving my point right now.
Yeah, but we probably shouldn't blow them up. Maybe there's like some nice people there.
Oh, there
Maybe
are.
there's children. We can tell them and like make them better people when they grow up.
Carrie, from what I've learned, I mean, the children, they're not real. You're not real. None of this place really matters. What matters is just
It's
fixing
our
things.
book, though. Even if it doesn't matter, it's our book.
And if we
wanna
actually,
make it good.
if we have a say now, if we can actually do things, because he's not writing currently, he is imprisoned. He doesn't have the control that he once had.
No.
I don't think.
He said he wasn't.
What
in
if he's
control.
writing all this right now?
Well, then he's a sick, twisted animal, isn't he?
Yeah,
No
maybe
more
this
than the
is
rest
the
of us.
story that he wanted to write.
You can talk to him, can't you?
Can try.
Maybe you better. Take as much time as you need, but I
Maybe
think
he
we need
knows
some
where we
answers.
should go.
Maybe. Oh.
And
could
if
try.
he's okay to just blow up everybody.
I hope he's not. But at this point, I feel like he's gonna burn down the entire world. To be fair, that's what the dragons are gonna do if we don't befriend them.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna tell you guys that, but yeah, like, the
I
dragons are
assumed as
gonna.
much.
Which is why
Oh,
we're
I'm
doing
surprised
it.
they haven't done that already.
Yeah.
We've got
We
some
are still
time.
in the process of doing that. We're collecting
Yes.
the dragons, we're befriending them so we can
have
free
to
this
find
god
them.
author and restore the world. All that good stuff.
A little mass murder along the way is just icing.
No.
No.
These things
I'm
happen.
kidding. Like,
Well, if we're so concerned about mass murder all of a
Set.
sudden, why are we going to all these lengths to save the author who's written it in from the dawn of time till now?
seems like it's what he would have wanted.
Because of these crazy books that are being put into our world. That horror page. We don't want more of that happening. What if
No.
more of those horror pages exist somewhere? What if he wrote worse than this?
Well, you follow his religion. Is there some text that we can read or something to find out how he feels about any of this stuff? Is it passive? Is it a necessary evil type situation? Has he kind of started with the building blocks and then let it go from there?
Well-
Like, how does it work?
If we go to Dorsington, maybe we can find some libraries and some religious texts.
They are more about the
we going
knowledge
to
growth
Dawson?
Yeah.
there.
Seems
Than,
like a good idea.
They are. Well, we should. That would be a great idea. We could actually go and visit some people that have a religious connection. They could teach me to at least talk to the author. At least if I know exactly who I'm trying to reach, then I should be able to get there.
Or if
Would
I was
you-
an author, I would just like whatever's entertaining. So whatever causes the biggest waves, maybe all in favor.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should go there and check it out in the libraries.
All right. Well,
I can help you in your studies there.
I don't keep a Bible. I'm not the type to actually pray.
Well, we gotta get you one.
George showed me that.
I'm not sure how much luck you'll have. I mean, most people don't bother trying to teach scripture to their cat. And that's how you're going to be received. They have a millennia-long lifespan. You're a tenth of that. It's about the same. You don't feel the same depth of emotion that they do.
Yeah, but we're not going to ask.
Oh, great. All right, well... Sure, to Dawsonton.
Well-
It would be
This
a
kid's
very
got
useful
balls.
place to go to.
You're a full-blooded elf. I could just be your god.
I'm
I
a
could make you look better.
I am a kind of full-blooded elf, but not really. I'm not regarded as such. I'm a grey elf.
But isn't that...
It's full-blooded, but
Yeah.
elves have a habit of changing to match their environment. That's why you have wood elves, you have frost elves, dark elves, sea elves, so on.
Yeah.
Grey elves have adapted to densely populated urban environments, and so we have gotten shorter, our ears aren't as pointed.
You haven't
We're
seemed
look-
to adapt it very well.
We've adapted very well to an environment that makes us money. We're the ones that run the banks that run the world. Thank you. Grey elves are
Where?
very important people.
Where on this map are your grey elf people that are running
grey
the world
elves?
here?
Many of them are in Dossington. You'll find that their influence spreads beyond King's borders, whatever they may think. You'll find that whenever anyone goes to war, there are grey elves who are financing to their benefit both sides.
So there's plenty of grey elves in Dossington who can help you.
oh, in theory.
We can just make you look
your mother?
good.
My father?
Don't you have any old friends?
Maybe find some heels. Make you look a little taller.
The problem with elves, I think you'll find, is that we spend an awful lot of time hyper-dedicated to a single pursuit at a time. That's why they look so foreign to so many of you shorter-lived races, it's not that it takes them forever to walk, it's that they learn to walk and then they actually spend decades mastering it. When I took up my parents' business
When you're at the speed
alongside
of
them,
35.
when I took up my parents' business, I was very, very dedicated to it. I didn't have much time for social interaction and friend
shows.
making.
Go on.
We'll go to Dossington if you want.
Oh, don't be a sourpuss.
Now, Kelvin, is the last name that you have right now, would that be the same as... Okay.
It's my name. She had to take my name. Whether she kept it, we'll see. I
It's
doubt it.
Benella Fawn?
Yeah,
Okay, thought so. Okay.
yeah. And just so that you have assurances, we don't have to burn the whole place down. There are some good people that live there. I mean, the one place is called Pirate Cove. It's all adults who are multiple-time criminals for their entire lives. Bennett, or Roland,
All right. Just
is
some
a
select
normal
buildings.
population. What's that?
Just some select buildings.
Yeah, if we target some of my old warehouses and things like that, then sure.
Sure.
We're really only going after one person. Well, her and her parents. Well, her and her relatives. We're going after a family. Let's extinguish a bloodline. If I have backup, I'm gonna go bottom to top. Top to bottom.
Seem a little unstable going in there.
Yeah, I
You
feel
should
like
stay on the boat.
She ended my bloodline.
should you try and like meditate for? Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Tit for tat, right?
You're still fairly young. You could try again.
Yeah. Yeah, not with them. Not with them anyway.
With who?
With the people in Roland, with the people of Dossington. I can't go back there. That's my home. Those are my people.
That's where we're going.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Well, you don't need to.
yeah, I've got tons of time. I could technically start up a family with some other person too, but I'm not overly fond of the idea at the moment.
It's alright. It's not for everyone. You might change your mind in the future too.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
your
I'll change my
parents.
mind.
Your parents still live there?
Yeah, they live there.
Nice.
They had their own kind of branches, so they didn't have their things taken from them.
Would they welcome us into their home?
No,
No.
they wouldn't welcome me. They wouldn't welcome you.
Oh.
No.
That's
I am
sad.
disowned. Yeah,
Oh, maybe we just pretend like we don't know him. And then maybe.
yeah, you'll still be treated like crap.
Yeah. We'll see how that's going to happen.
Maybe a few of them will be nicer, but.
They
Oh,
think
yeah.
very differently there. I mean, you are not. Things don't carry the same weight when they act certain ways towards you. You know how the nobility, if a peasant insults them, they can actually murder them for the insult because they mean so little by comparison. It's kind of that extended outwards. It's a very similar mindset. They are all noble by comparison.
And they're all murderers of other races.
Not on purpose and not even maliciously, which is kind of the worst part, is that it's almost like putting down
Or
a
simply
rabid dog.
dismissive.
Yes, it's very much like something that would take some kind of deranged animal in and euthanize it for its own good, because it doesn't know what it's doing. That's how they see other people.
Well,
That's how they
right.
see me now. That's how they saw me before, it turns out. I just didn't realize it.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why she killed my... Why she took my children from me.
She.
What?
Yeah, I was married. I had a bunch of money, I was doing very well for myself, and a high elven family thought that I would make a great match. And my parents thought it was a great deal because tying ourselves to a full-blooded bunch of high elves would be great for our reputation. So, married her, and stayed with her for a good while. And she was great at all the parties. And when she would come home, she would just become frigid. And I thought that's because she felt comfortable enough around me to let, the act drop. And I could kind of see her at her real self. And she was just this wonder to all the strangers. But all they saw was the mask. I thought I was getting a behind the scenes on some deeper understanding of this woman. And spent 60 years with her. And elves don't really give birth all that easily. But over 60 years of trying, yeah, something should have happened, and so I actually paid a great deal of money to a diviner to find out if I had kids in my future. And turns out I did. Turns out I had one. He saw the spark of a little girl. So I went back while I was on my business trip, day after day, for about 5 days, and every time he was able to hone in more and more, and I got to see little snippets of her first word, her walking. I got to play with her. I got to see her. And then all of a sudden I paid a great deal of money to see a whole bunch of nothing. And turns out he was right. I asked for my money back, but he doesn't get things wrong. So I went home and she confessed to it. She'd killed my daughter and my son before that, long before.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Anyone want to burn down Dossington?
What kind of do now?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm gonna grab you and give you a hug. And just cry. And it's okay. Guess.
I feel very odd about your particular choice of God, Carrie. And I find the insult of him placing you, who follows him, in my care a little grating, to be honest. When we find your God, you're going to have to talk to him on my behalf for a little bit, and you're going to have to get some damn good answers.
Is that why you've always been a bit distant with me? I just thought that was the way you were, but as soon as you met Alex, you were completely on board with her.
Yeah,
and
I wanted to take you in and help you out. You were a girl who would have been about her age, so I figured it would try to be some kind of substitute. And then you happen to follow that thing, that author that wrote that into the world, it turns out. I hated her for what she's done, and the one thing your God has done is robbed me of my hate. Apparently, she didn't even choose to do it. Apparently, she was forced to by your God. Apparently, all of the bad stuff that has happened in my life, in this world, was not an accident. Someone planned it out and wrote it, and you follow him, and you were the one who came to my door. So yeah, I was a little on edge with you. That's why.
The only reason that I follow him is because my dwarven parents do. And they pushed so hard for me to be a good person. Before then, I was that pirate that you would have blown up. I was that pirate that would have been murdering, would have been stealing from you. I probably did steal from one of your ships. But that's what the author wrote for us.
Yeah, I think...
And it's our life, and clearly we have to change that. We have to find this author, and finally, now that we know that he exists, now that we know that he is doing all these horrible things to our world, we should change it. I don't believe in an author that creates horrors like that sad little child that is just tormented. All the children in this world that are starving and hungry, all the little babies like me and all the little babies like your little children that were taken by the author. Clearly he is sad. Clearly he has had something happen to him. But if it's us controlling this world and making it better, I don't believe in that author. I believe that people should be helping each other. That's what I believe in. That is the only reason that I stuck with those dwarves. That's the reason that they gave me to you. They saw in you that you were clearly a helpful, loving, caring person that could give that affection, that could actually show me to be a better person. It's why I was with you for so long. It's why I didn't try to escape every chance I could. It's why I didn't go back to the Pirate Cove when I had a chance to. Because I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be the horrible person that the author was clearly trying to write me to be. Maybe now that we're finally free, we can actually have some free will and we can actually do what we want in this world.
Yeah, I'll hug her back.
Yeah.
And then I'll just cry.
Yeah.
It's not going to be enough to save this world. We're going to have to make it better.
Yes.
No,
So no
the
more
author.
blowing up.
So you guys drift away into the
Forces
fog. Yeah, eventually you do come to a crack where things start to clear out a little bit. Start to get a little bit of distance so you can see ahead. And yeah, you can see the shorelines in the distance are starting to pop up a little bit. You can see Roland in the distance if that's the direction you guys want to go.
I don't know if I want to go there now.
Yeah. You guys can go south. You can go just straight up north. You can travel coasts and just look for things. You can do whatever you want.
I just wanted to travel along the coast and then see if there's any abnormalities within the
Sure.
weather patterns.
Yeah, so the captain,
Nature and
you just
everything.
want me to take her near the coastline and move her northward.
Yeah, I'll climb up there, Zarek. I'll spy along the coast and I'll climb up
Yeah,
into the crow's nest.
We'll go, on Roland. Yeah, the coast of Roland.
Yeah, Roland's the landmass, the
Yeah.
continent itself. Dustin's the place, the city. So yeah, as you work your way towards it, you can kind of see. Why doesn't everyone do a perception check? Cal, you're up in the crow's
Nest
there?
with my spy
That'll
glass
give you
of
advantage
long
then.
sight.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
9. Even with avoids a
Wow.
crit fail.
And then, what is it that we're looking? Like, is it insight or
Perception.
You guys are doing a
perception?
perception check.
Okay. Then that is 14.
And a 2 for me.
Lisa, what'd you get?
8.
Oh my god.
We suck. What?
Sorry, Sarah, what'd you get?
14.
What about the guy
Barely.
who's steering the ship?
He's steering the ship. He's not looking
Oh,
out
wait,
for too much. He's mostly just like, what way am I going?
Do I also get advantage because I was good with the like looking out when we had that day?
So
off?
on this one, you're not going to get
Oh,
advantage.
okay.
It's just straight roll for you.
Okay.
So yeah, he's steering the ship and he's kind of throwing off commands for you guys to do certain things here and there. But for the most part, you don't notice a whole lot. You notice something, Saren, with a 14. You notice in the background as you're kind of looking behind you towards the fog. You see south. There's a couple little dots moving around in the water there. It's kind of hard to make out. You start to just cruise around the horizon line a little bit, and north you kind of see the same thing, but it's a little bit bigger now. You notice it looks like kind of just looks like what you know a whale to be,
Oh, okay.
but it doesn't quite look like a whale. It's got extra fins that come off. It's still too far away for you to really make heads or tails of it. There's one quite a ways behind you and one decently far ahead and kind of to the left a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, that's about it. There's not really a whole lot to see for the most part. Everything looks pretty normal and you guys rolled pretty bad, so you're not catching too much. But you'll go for a little while.
Yeah.
If there's anything you want to do with that, you can. If not, we can keep moving forward.
I'm gonna keep an eye on all those things.
Yeah.
And just
The ones behind you are pretty small. They're getting pretty out of
whichever one's closest
So
to the
one to head and to the left. A
Yeah,
little
and
bit
I'm
to
gonna
the
have
west.
my eyes on it
Yeah.
and wait until it's like a little bit more visible.
Yeah, if you guys move around the coastline on the eastern side, Roland's kind of on the west, you'll be able to see it. It looks kind of like a whale, just with some extra fins. You never really get close enough unless you break the shoreline. You're not going to get close enough to really get too much detail on it. Doesn't seem to be paying much attention to you guys or anything like that, but as you guys make your way... Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna go up to Zarek and just like ask him if there's like describe what I'm looking at and like maybe you can get him to like help look at it.
Yeah.
See if there's any like if he
Yeah, she points it out.
knows
It's
of the
pretty clear at
animal,
this
maybe
point.
it came with his page, something.
Yeah.
It does look familiar to you.
Yeah?
It looks... It's right near the coastline where you guys actually appeared. And this thing looks pretty familiar to what you've seen before.
Okay.
It is what you would call a whale, and it's kind of what
It's
you
a
would call a whale too. It's just it just has some
That's
extra
what it
fins
is.
on it. It's the architecture's a little different, but for the most part, it looks like the same.
I thought you would know what a whale is by now,
Yes,
with all
I
your
know.
days at sea.
I know what a whale is. That's just slightly different from the whales that I know.
Yeah, you know it's got two extra fins coming off the back,
Yeah.
left and right side, and it just looks a little bit chunky. It looks stretched and elongated. It's just not quite.
Yeah.
Quite
It's
what
just a
you're
biracial whale.
Yeah.
So it's not harmful.
Family whale kiss.
Inside check.
Nice.
I totally know these things.
Great.
Nice. But yeah, that's it. If you
Are
guys,
they dangerous? Do I know? Or?
they don't. No, they're really like seeing a pod of whales. They're just
Okay.
they're kind of doing their thing. They'll ignore you for the most part. Yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Okay, that's actually quite
Yeah.
relaxing now.
Yeah,
Then.
and as you guys move past, you want to roll another perception check as you get along. I kind of got little blocks in my head of the shoreline to see what you guys catch and what you guys don't. Nice.
In the true one.
12,
18.
18, nice.
19.
Nice, so the ladies do pretty well. Saren does really well.
We'll
So-
be looking at the whales and.
Yeah, you notice... You both notice, but it stands out to Saren as being odd because you're familiar with the land a little bit. You notice as you start to get closer to some of the shoreline of Dawsonton, it's still hard to make heads or tails of the detail, but you can tell that there is definitely a thick, it's about 10 feet tall, but you're not quite sure how tall it is from where you are, but you can tell it's got a bit of height to it. It looks like really thick, viney, kind of thorny, squishy membrane of plant mass that's made its way around the coast and kind of working its way in towards the land a little bit and disappearing into the land. Yeah.
I'm gonna go get Victor and I haven't been here since I was a little child. Is that normal?
So as you come up to the crow's nest, I'm sitting in it, just
I'll
rolling the
climb up.
spyglass.
Yeah, I'll climb
Oh,
up.
what? Just open it at the sidewalk.
Oh, hi!
Alright.
Oh yeah, it's okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
no, I'm good. It happened a while ago. A long time ago.
Okay. Look down there.
Oh, shit, yeah, look at that.
Is that normal for Dorsington?
No, that would drive them nuts.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Yeah, as you look through your spyglass, magically so, you can see its thickets. There's a lot of them. And it looks extremely dense and packed tight. You don't see any light getting through. The shadows are thick and dense along the shoreline.
And this isn't at Dawsington, it's near it, though, along the coast?
Yeah, sorry, so Roland. Dawsonton is inland a little bit. It's
Yeah,
the main
okay.
city there.
Oh, gotcha,
There is
gotcha.
a port towards, I guess, the extended bit of land there that
Yeah.
comes out towards the stretching east.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's not really Dawsington itself necessarily, but it's the land that's approaching the trading company and the routes that go towards
Well.
Dawsonton on land.
I know that would interfere with shipping, and it's unsightly. So for those two reasons, it would be eradicated if it were at all possible.
great. Well, maybe our dragon princess knows what's going on.
Yeah, we need to go and talk to Alex, because that looks like an area of
She
influence of
noticed it.
some
She's
kind of
yeah,
dragon.
Yeah, and you
she's
noticed it
looking
for
at
sure,
it
yeah.
Climb down the rigging.
Climb
Alex!
down with you.
Ray of sunshine.
Yeah.
Don't do that to me, please. No, not now.
We need a dragon princess. Come
We found
on.
another dragon!
You found a dragon?
Yes! And I'll take her by the hand and kind of like do a spin and a dance.
Be a
Like,
catalyst to her
oh.
positive energy that's just dormant for right now.
So, could you take a look over there and just tell us if we're on the right track to finding a dragon?
Okay.
That's a girl. Good job, Anna. You can use these.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, that's good.
So,
No, turn it around.
yeah.
There you go.
All right. So with advantage, why don't you roll? We'll do this one as a. It is animal specific. You could do it as a animal. No, it doesn't make any sense. What would make the most sense here?
Nature.
History, I guess.
Nature, history.
Yeah. I really wanted it to be more like a woodsman kind of thing, but I think it would be history.
Survival.
You could do survival, but it's more about. It's less about finding berries that you can eat and more about understanding what is going on with the history of the dragons and that sort of thing. Yeah, I would say it'd be more history related. But you got advantage
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it is dragon and you do have the magic thing, so you know.
14.
Hey.
Yeah, it's not hard. For you, it's not hard. You know that this resembles the regional effects of a green dragon. And it's the only time you really see this kind of thing. It's pretty clear to you. Now, it's a lot of area that this covers, so it doesn't necessarily pinpoint down where this thing is. But at least for you anyways, that light bulb goes off and you go, I think this is a green dragon. And you also know green dragons really like to eat elves.
Oh. I really want to befriend this dragon.
Oh gosh.
Victor.
Yeah.
This is a green dragon, it looks like.
Yeah, there's a lot of green, so that's good. Why are you so chipper all of a sudden? I like it. Don't get me wrong.
I think the word's manic. Anyway, green dragons like to eat elves.
Huh. So that's good if we can convince it to go straight into the heart of a city, but as it stands, it is very interested in eating me. Is that what I'm hearing?
Don't want it to eat
Well, not just you, I mean...
Oh, Carrie too?
Oh god, is it a full blood thing or a half, like...
Probably
if I'm
any
only...
blood.
So the actual
God.
description you would know is if they're
Great.
hungry enough, they'll eat shrubs and bushes, but they prefer to catch
Delicacy.
prey. Specifically, their favorite food is elves.
Okay.
We're
But-
gonna be...
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's like someone loves cheesecake and there's a cheesecake flavored like donut or something. Might be a donut, but still got a bit of cheesecake in there.
We're...
You guys would be their favorite snacks. Especially you, but both of you. And I assume the whole city of Dossington.
You know what?
Oh my god.
Since we actually have an in the form of you and the egg, I feel like if I, jog in place a whole bunch and really sweat it up, maybe I could attract this thing to us a little faster, and then we say, "Oh there, buddy, you want some of this? Now that you're hungry for elf, why don't you go and get some of those guys?" We could do that.
I mean, who says he hasn't already eaten the entire
Yes,
city?
We can only hope.
And Alex,
Not the entire city.
you know that this dragon is a little different. Green dragons don't go after treasure in the typical sense,
Oh.
gold and shiny gems. Specifically, they like to capture living sentient things.
Oh.
Oh.
They like to put them in cages, have them dance
that's
for them,
nice.
and they're known to be more of a trickster. They are chaotic evil, so there's a yeah. And you also know,
It's like playing with its food sort of thing.
yeah, and
Mm.
the last thing you know is that they also have eyes and ears throughout their entire regional effect through all the
Oh.
woodland creatures, the birds, the little skittering squirrels and stuff like that.
me.
It's
But-
the eyes and ears for this thing,
But then
and
if
it's
you
in
can
its home.
talk, if you can talk to animals, then you can technically talk to the dragon.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Like, we don't
those
actually have
those
to
are things
go.
you know.
Alex, you're like pretty perfectly designed for all this.
That's why I brought her.
Well, good on you, Derek, because without her, I don't think we'd be able to get this thing done. So, all right, Alex, I'm gonna pop up to that crow's nest. I'm gonna look and see if I can catch some kind of like border for it, like a radius, so that we can kind of judge where the center of its influence is.
Right.
Kind
Should
of
we
know the
keep
rough-
going until we stop seeing it, and then maybe go back halfway,
What's that?
so we can pinpoint the center of this thing, like you're saying. Keep
Oh, yeah.
going, and then come back halfway.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and I'll pop up there. At least that way we have a rough idea of where the center is, and then combined with Alex being able to communicate with her own messengers, we could get an audience. And
Might not even have to go to your city.
and the
I'll
fact
be
that
there.
you've actually managed to convince the Black Dragon already should make this a hell of a lot easier.
And maybe you shouldn't go,
Maybe I shouldn't.
just for your own safety. But if you're brave,
Well, would it... Would it have scared off anything scary in there, or do other things live near it? Like, are you guys going to need backup? Are there non-dragon things? The dragon might be our friend, but in something as thick as that, I imagine that attracts a great deal of prey and predator alike. And there can be some nasty surprises waiting for us in there while we're wading through it. It looks pretty damn dense.
We
Do you
don't want
think you
guys
need the
getting
help, or
hurt.
do you think you can...
Come at your own risk, I think.
I'm going with that. I'm gonna make sure they're okay. I know this is bad, but
see, we've got Carrie. We'll be all right.
they haven't got any other way of healing themselves, protecting themselves.
Yeah,
They're
alright.
squishy.
Well, if you're going, actually, I'm quite fond of you as well. And Zarek,
I'll protect you. It's okay.
you're cool.
Hey.
Yeah.
nothing is.
I'm
like,
fond of you, Zaren.
That dragon is not getting
I
you.
like you as well.
Yeah. No, I think we started this thing as a group, and I kind of want to stick with it. I'm making an active choice here to stay alongside you folks, because despite the fact that apparently everything in my life up until a few weeks ago has actually not been the result of my free will, you guys came here when the author's powers broke down. You guys showing up and getting along with us, that's not forced. You guys are as good as you are because you're choosing to be it right now. And, yeah, I kind of want to stick this out. So, I choose you guys. Let's do this.
Still don't believe we exactly have free will. I mean, all these seem pretty coincidental, everything that's happening, but...
Well, it's built on a foundation of a bunch of storybooks, isn't it? I imagine that's the after effect. He might not be controlling it, but the building blocks are such that things will remain
Fall into
convenient
place forever.
Well, if we're the main characters, then I feel like the story revolves around the main characters. But
things will work
hopefully-
out.
well,
You guys have
at
read
this
Shakespeare,
point,
right?
at this point, I feel like things only work out if we actually get our jobs done.
Right.
So
So,
we're gonna need to try and fix everything and
I
get
think
this
if you try to
dragon.
drown yourself in that water, yeah, you gon' drown.
Yeah.
I don't think some narwhal is
I don't
going to
think I
catch
will.
you. And...
my God protects me.
This is why I like yours, Eric.
Remember, once per long rest.
Shit. I still got my feety ones.
Let's toss
Off we
you
go.
in.
Up by his feet, he just can't right himself.
Yeah.
That's a bad way to go.
So you guys are headed towards Roland?
I want to go.
Yeah, we're gonna find out like what the
area
radius
of it.
of this effect is, so that we
Yeah.
get a rough idea of where the epicenter of its layer might be,
For sure,
and
yeah.
start heading towards it.
So you got a couple different options here.
Mm.
You can approach from where you are and just hit land as soon as you can get to it, get off and make your way, or you can find the docks that are, a few hours more north. You can, it's a trading company you're familiar with. It's actually, the area has quite a lot of that dock rented out to, your old company.
Pirate ship.
Yeah.
We're on a pirate ship, and even if we weren't on a pirate ship, they'd pretty much receive us like one.
Yeah.
So, unless you guys have a crap ton of money to pay off any number of bribes and actual fees, we probably shouldn't go that way. I think we're gonna rough it.
Yeah.
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 So
Sounds good.
I think we avoid the legal official checkpoint.
Perfect. So at this point, the captain's going to start yelling out some instructions as he's steering towards land. Plan to stop before you need to stop. Plan to turn before you need to turn. He's going to give you guys all your duties on who's pulling what, tying down what, and so on and so forth. This is where you're all going to do your checks, and it's
I
going to be
can
related to
solo
this
this
specific
one.
day. Yes. So this one,
Yes. I've got
so
my
this would be day one.
drawings.
So everyone
Yeah.
roll. Mark, Lisa, you guys were doing songs to try and help you out to remember it. Calvin and Sarah, you were doing investigation. Sarah, you were making your notes. So roll for this as a, we'll do like a survival check, or you could do it as a history check if you want to try and pull back some of that knowledge.
And do any of us get an advantage or disadvantage
So
on this
I'm,
based on our
I'm
rolls?
effectively changing your DCs based
Ah,
on
okay.
what you accomplished previously or didn't.
Then, yeah, just
What about-
15.
What am I trying to do?
So you're trying to remember how to do
16.
simple tasks as instructed to you by the captain
Mhm.
as
To
you're
do
approaching shore.
what? Oh, to approach shore.
To approach shore.
Okay,
yes.
natural 20.
So this would, nice. So this is your day one. So you only got a 9, and you're trying to do
Survival
it through song format.
Sure.
Somehow you don't really, you didn't take in the information right, but you're realizing it now, and you're like, oh, he didn't say nope, he said rope. Oh, okay. So like you're like, I'm getting it. So yeah, you start to kind of tie some stuff down, and
Beside
it makes
him?
sense. Yeah.
I'm singing, "Dead men tell no tales. Dead men." It's just like, oh shit!
I'm gonna kill all of them.
Motivation.
Yeah. What'd you roll?
I don't know
Lisa?
the rest of the lyrics to that
Natural
song.
1.
Oh. What'd you roll, Calvin?
7.
Lisa, what'd you roll?
Saren.
Or
I got
Sarah?
a 16.
Okay. And what'd you get, Calvin? Sorry?
7.
7? Okay, and Lisa with a natural 1. My goodness.
Natural 20, natural 1.
Yeah. So, we'll do it. How's that feel? Okay. So yeah, as you guys are starting getting closer to shore, he's yelling out commands and stuff, very jolly about the way he's doing it, thinking everything is just fine and dandy. Looks like two of you are struggling a little bit as you approach the shore. It feels like you guys maybe take on just a little bit too much land underneath the belly of the ship, as it doesn't quite stop as soon as it should. You can hear some damage being done to the planks and stuff like that as it starts to kind of beach itself. It's not horrible, but you know it could have been a lot better than what it was. It feels like this thing's stuck a little bit.
Pirate guy, you had one job.
I'm gonna run below decks, animate water to stop the flow, so
Ah.
that we don't actually take on any more, and make it much easier for people to repair
Perfect.
any breaches.
Yeah, he can actually take care of some of that for you.
Yeah, do like a really basic just patch job while he's holding the water back.
Yeah.
So we could like while he's holding the water.
Yeah.
Just
Do you guys
put
want to use this time to get
plank
a short rest in or something? And
Yeah.
you guys take some time to repair, or do you want him to work on
over.
it?
No, yeah, we're
Well, you
rested.
guys go off and do your thing, because he's not really planning on coming along for a trek.
If he's able to just like patch up the little
Yeah.
holes, then yeah,
I'm parked here for quite a while now, it looks like, so I might as well take some time to fix it up, you know.
What do you got? The cats? They can help you.
Oh yeah.
The one thing there, and then the little guy with the saddle.
Yeah.
They're actually very, very helpful. That's why we waited 5 days for them to
Yeah, it
arrive.
seemed like there was a lot of waiting around for
I
that.
really needed this.
And just spoiler alert,
I
but
got
the one with
so
the
much
saddle
cat.
is
Oh.
just a house cat. Like it's a dumbass, even to the other cat. So don't expect any.
And I got
help
enough cat and rat food for like an army.
Yeah.
So,
So
so they're just the cat then, really.
yeah,
Yeah.
you've got one cat
Tobias.
to help you.
he,
With this.
he goes, hello? Do you need me to help with making ship better?
Can
If you
hold-
would.
Okay. He goes to his pack with his little stick, his little satchel, and opens it up, and out pops two little cats. One of them is Minxie, one of them is Fluffers.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi!
What?
I know you guys.
Yes.
Welcome aboard. Actually, they're stowaways. Do we put them in the brig or
No, I
something?
think they're
What's the
willing
normal
to help.
protocol?
I mean,
Nah, I'm
We
kidding, I'm
wanted
kidding.
them-
Okay.
Why are they in the cat bag?
Well,
Cat's bag?
why would they want to walk? You know, only has one cat fully. Why would you make them walk?
Okay.
I'm sold.
I can't argue with that. How many more cats do you have in there?
That's it.
Yeah.
Still not the army, but 3 is better than 1.
Help out if you can. There's lots of cat food if you're hungry.
Yeah, I'm going to have so much food. Minxie starts going
First.
through all these little
You
like.
need to repair the boat
First
first.
repair the boat.
They've been in a
Then
bag
you
for
get your
5
treat.
days.
Oh, yeah, actually.
What?
Eat and then you repair the ship.
Okay, going to has food now. Start digging in. The three of them start to get in. You can see little food scraps flying all over the place. The captain just goes,
Alright, look, I'm just gonna go down and start working on what I can work on. Why don't you do what you're doing, and I'll have them come down when they're full.
Great.
If they don't fall asleep in the sun.
Fluffers does have a problem of throwing up on you if
Good.
you pick him up.
Oh, good.
So just don't pick him up.
Good. That's, I wasn't going to, but
Good.
good to know.
Good.
This is a good day.
And make sure to give Minxie light duties.
Okay.
She's a good cat. Like, take care of her. She likes head rubs, chin screeches.
I'm gonna do none of
She's a
that.
gentle soul.
Okay.
his, okay, he's tying a rope around himself and lowering himself down. Again.
Okay, I'm not gonna do any of that stuff. Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
He's got a hammer in one hand.
Alright.
All right, we got a mission to do.
Yeah.
All right.
Who's our guide through all of this nonsense?
Alex
Nature
is
girl.
just kind of sitting there rocking. She's a little bit shooken up
Oh.
from everything that has
Wow.
happened, and she'll just kind of be like, "Pirate life for me."
Alex, you still have your pirate's outfit. You still have your favorite pirate, maybe. I can show you all the ways
You
of the
are my
pirate.
favorite pirate.
And we're on a pirate ship.
She's one of the few left
It's the
alive.
coolest thing ever.
I say
Actually,
that to
there's-
Eric, not to you.
And plus, there's actually a lot more pirate ships. They probably are gonna come and... Yeah, I'm gonna whisper to you. You've got a lot of pirate ships that are
Don't
helping
worry,
you.
Alex. There are tons of piracy is well and good in the world. They are thriving.
Their business
Oh, yeah.
is
Don't
booming.
worry about the pirates.
The
They're
only
coming to
ones-
look for us too.
Oh yeah, because I'm gonna go
Yep.
whisper to him after I remember that and be like, okay, they're like you only killed the ones that didn't want to go out for the mission.
Yeah, the lazy ones.
So technically,
Blew up
all
their whole
the very
town.
fit ones and all the ones that actually have the big ships, they're gonna come after you.
Well, they don't know who
when
did it.
they
There was no
find out.
witnesses.
Not only that, but they couldn't see through the fog. In fact, the fog was so dense that they didn't even risk
No,
coming to the
but-
port, so they have no idea.
Oh,
Until
I
that
guess
fog
so.
clears, which is as long as the dragon is there,
Oh,
which is
yes.
until it goes to its other world, at
actually
which point
got-
we've freed a god author. So I think everything's going to tie up very nicely.
Yes, you're actually gonna be okay, because that god offer is probably gonna poof everything back to normal.
That's the hope.
Or just tear
You
up all
better.
these stories because they don't make any sense anymore.
Set the whole book on fire. Reset.
Oh,
Back to page 1.
What would happen if we did that?
It's okay, Alex.
The world doesn't make as much sense as it used to.
Do you want to piggyback, Alex? We can go and you can point the way. Have
Okay.
you ever had piggybacks? Did your daddy, your papa?
Yeah.
Well, come on then.
Okay.
And I'll
Oh.
pick you up.
Is this where you turn into a pig and jump on her back?
Nice.
I
Either-
will.
Nice.
Cute little pig.
You know, Alex, maybe a way of thinking about pretty much everything that's going on now, if it makes it any easier, is that just like one man apparently brought it all into being, I'm sure that if we free that man, that he will be able to unmake certain things and remake them as they should have been. So any kind of bad that might have happened up to this point, or that will have to be done, it'll all be erased. It's as if it'll never have happened if we succeed in our mission. So we just have to try that much harder to make sure we can actually save this man, because he has the ability to fix it. There's a lot of broken things in this world. I'm one of them. Maybe you can set it right again.
That's what I always hoped, but I don't know anymore.
I think that if anything, knowing what I know now has actually showed me the opposite. I felt pretty powerless up until finding out that this guy is out there and that he needs a favor. So, chin up.
So you think if we save him, then he'll put everything right again?
Yes, and I don't just mean that he'll put you back in your home, prisoner, stuck in a cave. I think you'll get to dictate how your life will start to look going forward. So you've got that to look forward to anyway.
What if we won't know each other anymore?
If he can right this world, he better not take you from me.
I mean, he might just want to segregate the stories again so things make sense and it'd be like we never met. I mean, that's probably what I would do. Set things right.
But think about this, Eric. There's a god author. That god author has met his match by some other creature that is holding him hostage. But apparently Tiamat, combined with us, is enough to overthrow the person who's held him captive. So if we have enough power to overthrow the person who has overpowered him, we then overpower the god author. So
you're not looking
he
to
might
help him
not.
at all.
What's that?
You're not looking to help him at all. You're looking to replace him.
No, not replace him. I am going to help him. I'm also planning on extorting God.
From what I've seen of what you are capable of, I'm not so sure.
He made me this capable. He made me what I am. It's
And he
kind
will
of
pay for
hard
it,
to
I
feel
think.
all that guilty when he turned me into this. So I'm actually feeling light as a feather now that I think about it.
What
Want to cheer up?
Plus,
99 bottles of rum on the ship. 99 bottles of rum. Ship.
I'm
It's a
really
big
scared
ship.
that he's gonna kill the author.
I mean, don't see that as the
Oh,
worst
no.
thing.
we're
Oh,
not.
I'm not going to kill him, no. Because then he can't do what I want.
But then you can do it.
Yeah. 98 bottles of rum on the ship. 98 bottles of shit. Well, that's that one again.
I'm gonna hold Alex and just be like, it's okay. We're gonna still see each other. Georgia was given a little teleportation stone. So maybe the god, if you ask him nicely, he can give you some. And then you can come here whenever you want. Like Georgia.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're gonna make this world better.
I hope so.
Because God
It's
help me.
horrible.
I know it's horrible.
Except for the cats. I like the cats.
Yeah.
They're not from this world. They're from a
The
different
good parts are
world.
from here.
The things I like about this world aren't from this world.
I like Georgil too.
He's from another world.
I like you.
I know. We come from best world.
From best world.
We do come from best world.
Where the raging Tiamat is.
Yeah.
See, worlds have good and bad parts. The cat people and the rat people were a lovely world, but they were fighting each other. Your world, I bet, is wonderful, but you have Tiamat destroying and killing everyone.
Arthur really needs that conflict in there.
Yeah.
You
Friendly
don't.
reminder: the cats were racist slavers.
Yes,
So not
exactly.
as nice as we thought.
Exactly, but to Alex Strasser, they're nice people, so I'm just trying to like, they were fighting each other.
Tiamat is nice to her as well.
To you, yes.
Yeah, you
Maybe you are what is making everything nice in this world. Then people
Happy.
around you are being happier. So
Positive
if you are
influence.
happy and you're your happy, lovely princessy self,
She's not a princess.
she is a princess.
I
She is a princess.
Oh, we're a princess.
Everyone a princess.
Be a princess.
I mean, you have to have.
No,
Victoria's
Like,
internal
king is a
monologue. If
father
she
or something.
breathes, she's a thought.
You don't know what I am.
she is the dragon princess. And she is going to save us all.
I'm the
She
princess
is
of
going to
dragons.
locate the dragons, aren't you? You're going to locate the dragons
I am.
first? Yes.
Yeah.
No, locate the dragons because we need to find them and become friends with them.
Yeah.
Because I am
on.
helpless. I'm down
Yes.
there with a rapier trying to cut through
He is
foliage.
terrible.
That trail, that we blaze.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, as it's just banging
I come-
harmlessly against the bushes.
I'm just going to come past you.
Are you rolling to see if you can hit some of this foliage?
With a rapier, I doubt it's gonna hack through anything.
With my
can.
great sword.
Oh.
This stuff is very specific. I did my research.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
So, if you're actually looking at this stuff, just so you guys know, it's about 10 feet high and dense enough that you can't tell how thick it is.
Mm.
Just so you guys know.
I'm gonna get tired real quick and then just wait for Alex to convince it to step aside or something.
Ah.
And just, alright, just wait for the girl who talks to nature.
So you kind of give it a little poke and you go,
Yeah.
I should hold on. Okay.
Go.
Does it look like radiant damage will do anything?
You gonna do any radiant damage to find out?
Yeah.
Okay. So Lisa's walking over there and yeah.
I'm pretty much following her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as Alex Raz is walking over, you just see some light as carries
What about my great
digging
sword?
into it. Okay, roll the hit.
About to slash it.
This is
8
going to be a
plus
slow
5.
trek.
Nice. What'd you get?
Plus 8 plus 5.
Yep, you hit.
13.
13.
It's not hard to hit.
Then.
One vine down, a million to go.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't have that spell prepared, so
Oh,
this is gonna take forever.
crap.
What spell is that?
Speak with plants.
You can speak with
Oh.
plants.
I can,
Wow.
but I didn't prepare it.
How long does it take for you to prepare something like that?
It seems like I have to sleep.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, sleep on it.
Go sleep on it. And then
19 plus 3.
Maybe it's worthwhile.
if you just wanted to wait, we just
22.
sleep on the
For
ship.
damage? Nice.
With my big, huge, great sword.
While we're talking about speaking with plants and stuff, we're going, how's it going, Carrie?
I'm just slashing as hard as I can because.
How much
that's
damage
what
did you use? Sorry,
Carrie
22?
thinks. 22.
Yeah, so you dig
And
into
half,
this thing.
And
And there's a good 10 foot
six-
by
no.
10 foot square that as she's starting to hack through, it looks like it's starting to kind of be a little worse for where you can kind of stick your hand in there and start pushing some of it aside a little bit. Still a little dense in that.
How many
area.
miles of this do we have to go through?
6 mile radius, I believe.
So 6 miles.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's going to be a
no.
long time.
You know how thick the wall is? It's there.
I'm just still slashing at it, but I can't do the radiant now, so it's just like straight.
You go, girl. That one looks real nasty. It's like holding up a bunch of other ones. 8.
I'm trying to climb over top and see if I can see what's
Sure, of
going
course,
on
yeah.
the other side, if
13.
anything.
Yeah, so you start to crawl your way up. Do a dex save for me.
Dex save?
Are these like covered in brambles and stuff and thorns?
Yeah,
or?
they're
Ah.
what's the thickets? That's what they're.
Mm, so brambles and thorns and stuff that are piercing you while she's chopping.
Yep.
It's a 19.
You are fine, but you do notice that it seems like these branches are moving around a little bit as you're
Ew.
trying to grab a hold. And some of these sharp bits are, you're not really able to climb as it's kind of shifting and moving. So you can get your finger in there instead of pull yourself up, but then it just, I guess that wasn't a spot, and then you keep thinking you have a grip and you don't.
Oh, it keeps like dropping
Yeah,
lower
like
as
it
I'm trying to
feels
climb.
like it's
Ah,
moving out
so
of
we
your
have to
hand, like as you go to
go
grab the
through.
spaghetti just
Yeah.
moves almost. You know what I mean? It's kind of yeah.
We've got another 23.
For damage.
For, 2 more rounds.
Nice. So, 2 more rounds,
That's 2 more rounds, yeah.
and you rolled to hit.
Yeah, exactly. It was 19 and then a 13 plus 5.
Nice. So that 10 foot by 10 foot area, as you're cutting through, it looks like you've done enough now to get it nice and low.
Okay.
Looks like you can walk through that spot now.
Okay.
Got about 10 foot by 10 foot area figured out.
Sweet. I'll just keep going.
Carrie, there's 6 miles of these. How much can you keep this up?
But it's every 6 seconds I can whack this.
And I find that
What-
one works
how-
best when accompanied by a working song. 97 bottles of rum on the ship, 97 bottles of rum. And I'll give her aid every attack that she does as long as she wants that course of action.
Yep. Alright.
This can't be the
10
way.
plus 5.
There must be
It's
some
a
other-
way.
5.
What'd you get?
10 plus 5, then 2 plus 5.
Okay. Yep.
And then 6.
Got anything else in your
10.
toolkit? Like of
Did the
spells
2
or
plus
something?
5 hit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Makes
then,
the leaves fall.
that's the 10 and then
The AC is only 5.
okay, okay, cool.
It's Druidcraft.
11, 21
21 damage.
for those 2 rounds.
Yeah. You gotta
just
roll
keep
again. It's
doing
looking like it's a little worn, but it's not,
9. 7, 6, 9.
I've got Thunder Wave.
You hit 21 and then a 9. You hit 21 and then a 9 for your damage.
Oh, and I got that 21 and then another 9 damage.
So as soon as you
And
get the
then-
9 damage, that area.
Okay,
Clear
no,
it down.
20, so 20 feet now.
Yeah, so you gotta
Keep at it.
10 by 20 foot squares you're moving forward.
Another 10.
One of the ways that I'm aiding her is by doing minor illusion, so that when she hacks at stuff, I make it so that it looks like a whole bunch is falling down. So it looks like she's
Really
making great progress. She just
It
doesn't.
just keeps me
Oh,
going. It's like,
Oh,
yes, I'm
encourage
doing
her.
this.
I'm just having fun.
7,
I'll throw a firebolt in there, here and there.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Doing a firebolt?
Yeah,
Okay.
just casually, not even looking.
Okay. How does firebolt work? Is it a roll to hit?
Yeah,
Okay, roll to hit.
another 7, then another 9.
Okay.
that's a 12.
Okay. So
Okay.
could a small animal get through here?
12 to hit.
It would be hard. It really is as dense as it, like it's magically so. It's dense. I would say you can get through. You can get through easier than they can. So I'll kind of give you an idea of the mechanics. So you kind of know what's going on with this. So the way that this works is you can move 1 square or 5 feet of movement rather instead of your 30 whenever you're within this terrain. Right? It is dense, and cutting it down is AC 5, 30 hit points for 10 by 10 square. Okay? And if you
Nice.
try to walk through it,
Damage.
looks like you're going to take some damage. So I would say yes, you can get through it. And I would say it would only half your movement speed.
And it might hurt.
Just might hurt a little bit. But you'll be moving quick enough that you'll take less chances, you know what I mean? There'll be less turns to get through it. So you could try that route if you wanted to.
As Alex draws out?
So if you go as a person to try to push your way through it, you can absolutely push through it. It's just going to hurt a lot to do it.
But what if I was
As
like...
a little thing, I would say you could do it at half speed instead of like 1/4 speed or 1/3 speed, or 1/6 or whatever it is. You can do it at half speed. It would still take damage, but you would get through it a lot quicker. So it would be a lot less opportunity
would get
attacks, if
through
you will.
quicker if I die real fast if I'm small.
That's the thing. You don't know how long it is, so that choice is totally up to you. But that's as much as you understand so far.
Alex,
Another 40 damage.
you said that the green dragon has eyes and ears in the form of all the little creatures that are in here, right?
I didn't, but yes.
Yeah, you do.
You knew it whether you
I
said
did.
it or
I
not.
totally did.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that means that while it is a bonus that you would be able to talk back, ultimately, all we need is to have them send a message to their master that we're here, right? So you don't have to tell them to tell the dragon to come here. They'll do that already. So if we make some big show of it, I have dancing lights, these 3 glowing orbs, I can kind of shoot them up in the air, swirl them around our location.
So
Can you speak to the Oh wait, it speaks common.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, well,
I
if
can
we
speak to it in Draconic though too.
Yeah, that would probably be best, actually. So as
So-
not to make it speak in our lowly tongue, because
Alex.
we don't want to piss this one off if it likes to eat us.
Before you guys plan too far ahead, you know, I just want to go by the book as much as I can so that I don't have to make something up again later. It is 1 mile that the birds, rodents, and things like that become its eyes and ears.
Oh,
For that element.
So we've got 5 miles
There
of
are-
land.
There's different radius. Yes, now you know that this wall isn't necessarily 5 miles thick, right? It's just a radius around him of 6 miles. Usually they're not that thick. It's just, you know.
I got another point damage.
Do you think we could attract it? With like lights and signals and stuff like that? Like throwing up a flare? Yeah.
We could
Like a
try.
firebolt?
Yeah. Or like a...
Oh
like
yeah,
a,
Mark, you were doing
Like
fire,
an Eldritch
right?
Blast.
Yeah, 6 fire damage.
6 fire damage.
just... Just Roman candles in the air.
Sure, let's try it.
Yeah, let's make as much noise as we possibly can.
Yeah. Yeah, so as you guys start to make your noise, he shoots fire into this. You've gone three attacks through? Like, yes, okay, so you're on
She's
your.
still in there?
So you have a 10. Yeah, you have a 10-foot by 30 feet now. You're about 30 feet deep, and it's about 10 foot, like a little hallway you've made basically. And at about 30 feet in, surrounded on all sides by thick vines, Mark shoots fire into
Yeah.
all this bushage, if you will.
Yeah, that's
There
what-
we go.
And
run
yeah,
back.
and you notice that. What did you do? 6 damage?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the bit in front of you, is that where you shot it? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. It starts
Open
to
it
kind of light up, and
Okay.
you can see some smoke coming from it now. It looks like it's starting to
Is
spread
that
a little bit.
helping?
Can I grab your cape or so?
My what?
Like, start fanning the fire.
Oh yeah, smoke.
And then we can run back, and then we've got like 30 feet of like, or at least like shoot some fireballs around this area. Then it's just gonna fling up, and we're gonna run back.
I'm going to use thaumaturgy to just create a small gust in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
and
Is
you
that
notice
helping? Is this what you want?
Yeah, it does. As you
Absolutely,
notice too, as you're
this is
walking,
perfect.
and you've cut down all that like
There's
the
a
shrubs
lot
and the thickets and
below.
stuff. You know that it is really difficult to walk on. You can get through it and it's not hurting you, but it's
Yeah,
really
it's
tricky to
difficult.
navigate. It's a especially difficult type of terrain. So if you wanted to run back or do any movement within that area, just be aware of that. You've noticed that so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you do a gust of wind in there, and
then
it
we're gonna
starts
start moving
to
back.
yeah, and you guys start to move back. It's a good thing you're moving back right now because it's spreading about as quickly as you're moving. You're not moving very fast. Smoke is starting to kind of engulf, and you notice it is starting to spread a little bit.
I did think that maybe like just making these 3 lights kind of pointing down at us would do better than burning part of her realm down,
Right.
because now she'll be coming in like anger. But
Oh, good point.
yeah,
Oh,
if I was like shooting in the air.
But it'll get her here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Maybe.
do my method just a little bit over to the side, so I stand away from
Yeah.
from Zarek and Carrie, and just have the 3 dancing lights in a
You-
triangle going like this,
you
up
can
and down,
control
120
water.
feet.
I'm gonna go stand right
Do
next to
you
you.
want to put this out then?
No, I'm
Get some
gonna walk away
water.
from the fire.
Get some water.
Yeah. I will say one thing you guys notice though is this fire is taking a little while to spread because it's a little bit
It's all
moist.
green. And
Yeah,
stuff.
there is
Yeah.
a lot more green than brown, so it's a little slow to spread. With the damage that you've done, you know about 30 damage is about what these things take, and there's not a lot of damage from the
I've got
fire
about, like,
because there is
100.
so much moisture. So
Yeah.
it's just a slow burn, and now you can't really get too close to it without
Is
taking
it more
fire
smoky
damage.
then?
There's a lot of smoke too, like when you burn wet material and
Okay.
a bonfire, it's pretty
Now
smoky.
we just see if
Yeah,
you later, I
if
guess.
there's a lot
Yeah.
of smoke.
I'll
You
light up
guys-
my pipe.
Yeah, if you guys just want
I'm-
to sit and wait and see what happens.
This is like burning someone's welcome
Yeah.
mat and then being there at the door when they open it.
Right. They'll come out.
I'm gonna. Yeah, while it's slowly burning, I'm probably just gonna go and like get a bucket and some water and just like splash it over the fire so it can kind of keep in that area and not go too far.
Like you want to.
I want to keep it damp so it just keeps smoking up.
Yeah, you can do that.
Cool. And I'll just go back and
Gotta
do
get
that.
the egg out. It needs to see you with the egg so that it doesn't What does a green dragon shoot? The black one is acid. I thought they were all
God.
fire, but what does a green one do?
What does it do?
Green, the breath, it's poison.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's poison.
Well, actually, it could fully engulf us in poison without harming the egg, couldn't it? That sucks. We should still have it out. Like, you at the forefront of our group with the egg. I think that's a good idea.
At this point, the fire goes out, by the way.
Okay, good.
Oh, okay.
A
Fire
lot,
bolt.
lot of
I
smoke.
agree.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'll try to light it up again.
Yeah, roll.
Keep lighting it up, putting water on it, keep it damp, so it's just lots of smoke.
Roll a perception.
It's a 13 to hit. So another 8 fire damage.
Okay.
19.
Anyone who's actively like looking or engaging, interacting with this thing, you are because you're shooting. What did you get, Mark?
Yeah, 8 fire damage.
8 fire damage. Cool. And what did you get for your perception?
13.
13. Nice.
19.
So you both notice that it seems as if the area that was lit on fire, it looks like you're making a pretty good clearing, but the ground actually looks kind of naked. And as you kind of see the wind occasionally catch the smoke and blow it away a little, you notice that there's some green popping up in the background. If you go and kind of look, it looks as though this stuff is kind of moved and shifted a little bit. You know from when you were grabbing to try and move it, it does kind of have a mind of its own. It looks like it kind of segregated itself from the burning portion, cut off the finger to save the hand kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it can frustrate us for, like, ad
Indefinitely.
infinitum.
Yeah.
I think we
Just don't
go
get through it.
with kind of our original plan, is Alex is the emissary. If she can hold this shiny, lovely golden egg in the top of the crow's nest from our ship, if we can get their messengers to see us, maybe they could come to her, and that would be pretty darn attractive, I think.
I don't want it anywhere near our ship. It's a nice new ship.
We're gonna have to get close to it at some point, though.
Yeah,
right?
just right here. So we can.
Is there any animals nearby?
And
here,
it
or are
tends
they
to. Oh wait, no, the black one's scared
Is there
them
like
away.
a hill that I could stand up on somewhere?
Yeah, definitely. There's
Oh yeah, we actually. Oh, pretty
actually
good.
yes. So the area
Yeah.
that you guys would hit would have mountains just to the west of it. There's going to be a lot of uneven terrain. You could definitely make your way up to high ground.
Nice.
Okay, I'll start heading over there.
Cool.
Nice. So yeah, you make your way to high ground. Do a
Come
perception
here.
check for me as you're starting to kind of get a lay of the land.
What is my perception?
18.
Ooh, natural 20.
Hey.
Hard to
Nice.
read. I can't
At that
see anybody
point-
on there.
Those are.
That's really
music
cool. I like
notes.
that. So at that point, you hear something. You hear something as you're kind of looking around, going, "I wonder if there's any animals around." You hear some scurrying and some chittering. You hear some caw-caw. Sounds like it's coming from the other side of the greenage there. But you also hear some.
Nice to hear animals again.
You also hear some muffled talking. Sounds like you can hear some people
Inside the thicket?
on the other side of the thicket. It's muffled, like you're listening through a wall almost, or a door that's closed. And
Can I see
People?
anything?
No.
No.
Oh, you do see a feather. But as you're kind of looking up and over, right?
Yeah.
They're close enough to the wall that they're pretty covered, but you do see the top of a feather, just bouncing around. Just one single feather, a little bit of a crook in it, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alex, what are you looking at over there?
feather
going on?
people?
Feather people? Where? I can't see crap. What the hell?
Oh.
I scan. I probably
Yeah.
can't see much of anything. but I'm like,
you
here,
can see less
Where
of
are
it,
they?
but you can see a little, just poking up because you're on a lower ground. You're just catching the very tip as it breaks that 10-foot mark. You're seeing a little bit more of it, getting an overview, but
Can you hear that talking?
yeah, you hear.
It sounds
Now that
like
you pointed out,
Yeah, human-ish. Yeah.
can you understand that? Can you speak with animals still, or is plants and animals kind of tied together like the same magical component? Can you talk to like a bird?
They're different, but I would have to be closer.
Well, let's get her closer, guys.
I don't think they're
No, they're
animals.
people.
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
You
Sounds
have
like-
bird people?
Sounds like chatting.
There's no.
Uh,
I can see a
Stay back
feather.
and I'll go in.
do we have bird people in our
No.
world?
I don't know
No.
if
Do you
No.
have them in your world?
No one has bird people
Oh,
Whoa.
that you guys know of.
crud.
Oh.
I think it's bird people.
Either way, I think
I mean, we've got cats and rats and
Oh wait, I haven't got my.
birds are next.
yeah.
I completely forgot to say I put my arm on. Can I?
There's
have
been a
my
lot
arm
of
on?
time.
Is
You
that
can put the
okay?
arm around,
Cool. I just want to double check with you.
yeah. As you're sitting there watching things burn and put
Yeah,
water
exactly.
on it, you can put your
So we don't have bird people in our world. You don't have them in yours, but I think the fact remains that they have some way of getting through the thickets. They're capable of speaking because that doesn't sound just like two animals making random noise at each other. Want to give it a shot? See if maybe they can help guide us through?
Hello.
And
I
then,
guess so.
did you do that?
Yeah.
Do a strength check for me. Projecting your voice.
7 plus 5.
How long, how big you can yell. 7 plus, did you break a 10? Yeah?
Oh yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. They don't hear what you're saying, but they do hear. And back you can hear.
Well, that was
she friendly?
unintelligible. So maybe she's the one who specializes in speaking the language of the things that we're talking to.
But they're not. They're humans.
No, oh, they're human. I thought they were
Yes.
bird people.
No. They
I
just
can't
have-
see them.
You don't
I think-
know.
oh, no.
You,
Well, they're talking in like.
they're talking. You can.
I guess.
I don't think you would know. No, your perception wasn't great.
Okay.
And they are up through the. Yeah, no. You can hear
I
muffles.
assume that they're humans because they sound like they understand me.
Well, maybe we'll try that, but another time. Zarek, you have a way of enhancing presentations and stuff like that. Thaumaturgy, yeah?
Yes, I.
Maybe you can
Ooh.
boost the
You can
voice
actually-
of one of our diplomats here.
I guess. Who wants to speak to them?
You want to Aurelia or friendlier?
It's really.
Oh, sorry. Alex.
Okay. Hi.
I also love that Mark is the
Keep it up or it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Bird people.
Man, that's loud, huh?
I'm friendly. Please come talk to us.
And then you can see this little thumb popping up over the edge of the shrub line.
How
there.
far into
Yeah,
the shrubs?
Right there. Like,
Oh.
like from what you can see, it looks like
I'm
where
gonna
she was cutting and he
slice
was
my way
burning.
for it.
Yeah.
It looks like it's about 5-ish blocks, 10 by 10 foot blocks deep.
Okay.
50 feet.
Yeah, and it looks like where she was cutting in, and you could see as now that you have a bit of advantage point, there is a little bit of rerouting being done, as that kind of has a little bit of a dip in, but it's still about 5 by 5 for the or 10 feet. Sorry, about 5 10-foot blocks thick.
I got through. I'm joking.
You know,
We got the thumbs
but
up.
he's right there at the edge of the tree line.
Can you see it? Is it responding? I mean, it's
It
making
responded
Oh, you
with
know
a
what?
thumbs up.
Oh, is it a human thumb?
It looks pretty human. One sec. Yeah. So you can see this
What kind of thumb is
very clumsily,
It's a human
this
thumb.
kind of warbly figure,
Oh.
making itself a little bit taller as it looks like it's on the shoulders of the thing below it.
Oh.
Kind of doing one of these.
Ah.
Hello. Going back and forth. And you can see he's got this large, thick mustache that curls up at the end and a very
Oh
large
my.
kind of pith hat on with a large feather that goes up,
Oh.
curled at the end. This tiny little southern type of bow tie, almost like the Colonel Sanders sort of vibe, you know what I
Okay.
mean? That sort of thing. And he's got some bow and arrows on his back, and there's a quiver, mostly in like a khaki kind of coloration, and he's going back and forth.
Camo Colonel Sanders.
Yeah. Crazy.
I'll pick
Yes.
Alex up onto my shoulder so she can talk to them, just like actually look
Well,
at them.
she's on the high ground right now,
and-
kind of
okay.
looking over.
So they
above
can
her.
like see us
Yes.
properly. Okay. Cool.
And just fireballs. to
Uh,
clear the tunnel.
Yeah.
I'm right into the tunnel. Trying to
Are
clear
you
that up.
okay?
What do you mean, am I okay?
Oh, so they can hear it. Great.
Oh, you can understand us.
I can understand you, but not when I'm down on the... It's hard to hear when the tree line is in the way, but when we're up here, we can hear... I know, I'm going once...
Are they elves?
Yeah, who?
Oh no, I'm asking.
I'm not an elf.
I'm asking you as Chris.
Oh.
Are they elves?
No, out of game.
Sorry.
No, they're not elves.
Oh, okay.
They look very.
What
well,
are
the
you
guy
doing
looks very
over
human.
there?
Well, I'm on the hunt, you see. Alright, see, I'm from a place called Cogsbrook. Okay. Yeah, we have a zoo. Pretty impressive zoo, I might say.
Oh.
That was that meteor thing.
The what?
What? Really?
Yeah. Oh,
Hold
God.
on. I know I've got it on me
Reaching out in your
somewhere.
bag.
I kept the coin.
Yeah.
That was the thing that you had.
Ah, there you go.
You see, we had ourselves a zoo.
Cogsbrook. Yeah.
And big earthquake, crazy thing. The big captivity area that we have, looks like the whole city, and about 3/4 of that came to wherever we are. And the quarter that's missing, well, doesn't have a wall, so that's a bit of a problem. Looks like everything got out. I'm actually the curator. I'm in charge of making sure we get everyone back. It's been a little tricky.
Gotcha.
So you're hunting your creatures out here.
Yeah, did you know that there are
We didn't
real
see
animals
any.
here?
Yes.
Real live animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
If there weren't before, apparently you brought them. So, like, welcome to Cogsbrook
No, I
Park.
brought my animals, not real animals.
Your animals aren't
animals.
real.
Well, no, well, you guys have the animatronic
Oh.
and the... No?
What's animaltronics?
Well, it's got the cogs in it, alright? It's,
Gears. This man knows.
I understand that.
Just like how ships work.
there's gears and steam.
Steam. You use steam. How do you?
Your animals
What?
Just cheat and use magic.
are steam.
Yeah. You get water really hot, make steam, expands.
Yeah, no, I understand how steam works. I just don't understand how that's an animal.
Well, we make the... Well, I don't make the animals, I curate the museum, but the artificers, right, they make the exhibits. Makes a lot of money there. Well, it did make a lot of money until you know.
I don't think he's
Yeah, I
in the
know.
right spot.
Can you get
Yeah.
over here?
Iron.
But he seems friendly at least. This is a nice change.
We haven't seen any of steam and cogwork creatures around here. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Have you seen a dragon?
I don't know what that is. No.
Big bird with
Can you do your picture thing?
scales.
Did it have,
Big bird with skin.
with cogs?
No.
Minor illusion.
Oh, you mean a bird like
This.
This? That's not what. No, this is an ancient artifact from a bird. That does not look like a bird.
What does your thing look like?
Well, my thing's quite large. It's got big. You guys have elephants? You ever heard of those? Yeah.
A what?
Elephant.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, the big
Yeah.
tusks in there.
And
Yeah.
the floopy ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
I saw one as a kid.
Yeah. It's
You have a
great.
long nose.
Yeah, I'm looking for one of those.
Oh, okay.
What do they sound like? That's what I read. Spot on. Keep our ears open.
Well, hold on a second. Mr. What was your name, sorry?
Piff.
Mr. Piff. How exactly did you make your way past the hedgerow, past the thickets? How did you get in there, and how are you navigating it?
See, getting in. That wasn't an issue. Just wasn't here when I got in.
Oh.
Now I can't get out.
Oh.
Yeah, a little bit scary. See, the thing you showed me, it's a little bit unfamiliar, but I mean, I've seen silhouettes of such things, I think, in the night sky.
It's actually like 1,000 times bigger than what I showed you.
That would
so
make
pretty
sense
scary.
then, yeah, because that thing was big. Seems a lot of people are getting really freaked out. I thought it was actually the animals that was freaking them out. All the talk about this crazy creature, and you know, you
yeah.
assume, right? But yeah, it looks like a lot of them are gone.
We need to get him out of there.
I don't know where they
Yes.
went.
Unless these animals are in there.
Yeah. Nah, Boris is getting real tired.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Boris?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's real tired.
I'm gonna go to where we were
what
chopping
he
through
calls
and just
his-
chop through the last little bit.
What's that?
I'm gonna just chop through the last little bit and come round while they're chatting.
Well, you have
Okay.
5 to get through. That's new
Yeah.
now. So you'd have to chop through the next 5.
Yeah.
If you can get through it in one progression before it can.
Alright,
realize-
everybody attack at once.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
anyone have
Through
like? Can someone turn into a bird or anything?
No.
No, nothing like that yet. Okay,
Not yet.
fair enough.
Well, it seems like it's thinner here anyway, so
It'll take
maybe
me
we can
about a minute
get in.
and a half to get through it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
So
Yeah, you guys can go
straight
over. You can dig and go under. You can try to just straight through. If you want to just do your rolls straight, and we'll just see if we can.
I think we're all just chugging away at this,
Yeah.
aren't we? Like
Yeah, if we all attack it, we
boring
can fight.
through to get to
Yeah.
this guy.
Just roll your d20s.
If you guys could help on your end, that'd be great.
3, 4, 5.
I literally have to roll a natural 1 to not hit it.
Nice.
One more. What was
Yep.
that last one?
6.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you've
All
made
of them
all
get
your
through.
attacks, and I know what your average attack is like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Roll them all.
My
Every
my
one of them.
my
Yeah.
lowest
We
attack,
all
like,
did it.
Because
Yeah.
if you miss one, the AC is only 5, but if you miss one, that would be enough time
And then
for
my
it to
average-
start rebuilding
My
itself.
average hit per round is like 9.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
least,
that's why
so.
you rolled as many as you did. But yeah, so you're fine. You're able to get through.
Ooh.
And eventually, as you do slice through, you can see that although it can't get ahead of you, it can at least close the gap behind you, which is what it's doing as you're making its way. It's slowly
Gotcha.
patching itself
In,
up.
in,
But eventually, you do get through, and you see standing is
Go
a
in.
very short, skinny man, Piff, as you saw, with the little hat on, the big tall feather, and a much taller, very thin, lanky man who he referred to as Boris.
Piff and Boris.
Yeah. And at that point, you hear some tremors. And it kind of feels like what you felt before with the other dragon walking, but it's a little quicker, and it doesn't seem quite as heavy. But
Elephants are quite
Oh.
large,
Mhm.
aren't they, Piff? I was a boy, so it
Yeah, they're
seemed
big.
super huge
Yeah, the big.
from my perspective. Are they actually
the
like
big,
really?
huge.
Would that be the thing that you're looking for? The thing stomping around nearby?
puts his ear to the ground.
Oh, that might very well be it. It's probably it.
How about this? Are you good at tracking and hunting animals?
Oh, I'm great at trekking.
We help you capture your elephant,
Mhm.
and you help us track down our dragon.
I'd be great at that. That's
Mhm.
what I do. I track things.
Good.
All right. You help me with my elephant, and I'll help you with your dragon.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
It's nice to meet you. What's all your names?
I'm Alex.
Zarek.
Alex.
Victor.
Victor.
Carry.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. This here is Boris. He's kind of the strong, silent type.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hi.
Afternoon, Boris.
Nice to meet you, Boris.
And at that point, I think we're going to dog ear this page because we're about to get into something really big. Yeah.
Big old mechanical elephant, apparently.
And at that point, you guys hear.
You want us to kill it?
Incapacitate would be best.
But that's where we're going to dog ear this page because I feel like this
You
next one's going to take a while.
incapacitate the mechanical beast.
You're going to have to find out.
Yeah.
Maybe
Through
that's
the
guy.
gears.
Yeah.
Through the gears.
Jam the gears.
So we're going to dog ear this page for now.
Oh, boy.
We'll get back to the craziness. And we might end up having a couple battles, 2 games in a row if we don't have
Nice.
any this one. So yeah.
That was good.
So join us next week, Friday, 8 p.m. On Twitch, or if you're on YouTube, you can check. We'll upload throughout the course of the week. We will be back with some more information with the Patreon and all that fun stuff. But until then, we're going to dog ear this page and remind you that there are no small stories if you have a big enough imagination. And for those of you joining the After Hours Hangout, we're going to start that right now. And we'll see you next week, I guess. I don't know. Okay, bye, guys. See you in 30 seconds.
Like and subscribe.
Bye. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.